Hi everyone, it's Rita. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm sharing the Akashic record wisdom of different things, open up the Akashic records of different things, crystals, various energies. I have the energy of Jesus opened right now. I know, how blasphemous, right? So I'm trusting a lot of our dogmas and things around masters and energy is shifting, and our eyes are more open than ever to things that have been written by humans for different reasons, right? And some I have a sense of, and some I have no idea about. So, but anyway, yes, I've got the records of Jesus open. I open up the Akashic records of things and ask questions. It's going into a space of vibration, vibrational history, vibrational resonance. For the Akashic records for us and for different things, you'll find in the Bible the reference of the book of life. That's a record of everything a soul has ever done or experienced. That's all a vibrational history that can be accessed. Dr. Linda Howe channeled the pathway prayer process, which is what I use when I open up the records. She's the first person to get her doctorate in Akashic Studies from Emerson's Theological University. So that's all really awesome and cool, right? So I studied on how to teach that work and her healing and the records work. I think it was mostly to have a greater sense of me and to feel more comfortable with my energy and the things that I can access. So anyway, we've got the records of Jesus open. I'm up in Sedona, Arizona right now. It's really beautiful here. And I'm very, very appreciative to be here. So, and I appreciate you checking out my channel and sharing it if the things that I share resonate with you. We're working on a documentary around energy and the elements, and that'll come out later this year. So Jesus, he asked me about this actually a couple days ago. He's very active in my field, so we actually have like a conversation like we're friends. And I've been told that we were in embodiment at the same time, and we knew each other that way. And that's the way I experience him, as a beautiful friend who's very unconditionally loving with me and makes me laugh a lot. So he's very funny. Okay, so he wanted to talk about this sense of turn the other cheek. So let's ask. So the understanding of turn the other cheek has nothing to do with the physical, like the sense of, he knows that I get the image when I hear turn the other cheek as somebody hitting your cheek, like turning the other cheek, like kind of being abusive, I guess. So he wants to be really clear about that visual is it's not the reference like the way that he intended, or the way that that's intended to be said. It's really about where we focus, where we put our attention. So I'm hearing like if somebody would ask of you something that doesn't resonate with you, just doesn't feel good to you, it's really important to be able to be in a place where you can communicate what that is. Where you're just in your own power and your own loving self, and you don't disconnect from who and what and all that you are. And when you feel like there's a sense of somebody doing something to you, or doing something that doesn't feel good to you, that there's so much energy and power by you not giving it attention. So like turning the other cheek, just sort of He said it's not really like ignoring it, because you wouldn't ignore it. You would address it, but address it in a loving way and not from a space of feeling that somebody's done something to you, like a victim type space. You would just own the space of your own essence and your own beauty and your own power. I'm sort of wanting to know if there's an example. He says, like, right now, a lot of people are reading or seeing things, and there's this like triggering that's happening in their body, like a reaction that they're having. And it's important to just understand, like, whatever that is, to just kind of let it go, and refocus your attention, turn the other cheek, refocus your attention on something that feels good. It's something that resonates with you, that feels better, and not from a place of being superior. It's just, and despite what, if it's like waves, like where you see these things in different ways, that, whether it's things you read or in the media, or there's just a lot of power. I'm hearing from him, there's a lot of energy power that comes from turning in a way where you can hold whatever this is in just a more of a loving space. And even though it may come back again, just continue to hold it in a loving space, but focus on something that feels much better to you, that resonates much more with you. He wants me to tell you about the situation. I've got a neighbor that I saw outside, and she asked me about getting the vaccine, and that she had it, and I said, right now I'm not sure if I'm going to get it or not. I think I may have already had the virus, and so if I do, my sense is I have antibodies, and I don't want to take something that would attack the antibodies, in essence, kind of attack me. So, and that's my headspace. And so because of that, I'm really resistant to all of that right now. And for me, there's a lot of unknowns. And if you're excited about it and want to do it, I think that's the only place, or the best place, to do anything. I heard one time, if it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no, and so I'm sort of in that space right now. So I was just being honest, and she really was negative, very negative, and said even that she's got to fly soon, and she's afraid to fly. And I didn't understand, if you had a vaccine, why you would be afraid to do that. So I asked her that, and she was just like, because of these, I'm afraid for these other people. And I was like, that didn't make any sense to me. So the whole conversation was like, it just didn't feel good, right? And I kind of felt attacked, and I haven't felt that way, I don't know, I can't remember when. So, it's this sense, like I'm being guided, to just hold a really loving space for her and not focus on it. Turn the other cheek, move away from it. And if I get caught up in just even seeing her again, and I remember the conversation, it's like, turn the other cheek. It doesn't necessarily mean somebody's coming after you and beating you, and you got to keep getting beaten or whatever, right? So it's just like the essence of really what was wanted to be delivered there is that we can choose to focus on something that's not going to feel good, or to see somebody in a bad light, anyone, and try to make that all you see about them. And that doesn't feel good, because that's not who we are. We're loving, unconditionally loving energies, because we're so much more outside of here, right? And so that's what we're connected into. And love wouldn't do that. Unconditional love wouldn't do that. So the gift we can give ourselves is that trying to turn away, where we just see the loving person there. And if we don't feel that or see that, turn away and focus on something that feels really good to us, something totally different. You know, your dog playing, your cat, you know, your beautiful children, your beautiful partner, you know, like just focus and do something that feels good. Cook something, you know, like take a nice walk in nature, kind of just turn the other cheek. And so we have an opportunity to do those, turn the other cheek every day with all these things that are going on around us. Because I really believe like most of us are a little shell-shocked. And so let me ask if there's anything else. He knows I'm conscious of time and we're over 10 minutes. So he's telling me how beautiful I am. He's just like, he's just amazing. Energy that's in my space and in the space of everyone. He wants me to remind everyone that he's available to all of us, and he shows up in your space the way you wish to see him and be with him. I was hiking today I went on hiking with these guys today, and one of them used to be a minister, and he said Jesus spooned him. And I asked him, I said, you know, in a dream or sort of a dream state. And I bet he needed to be held, you know, and I said, did it feel good? And he was like, yeah, it felt really good. So, and I know our angels do that too. Like you can ask your angels to hug you and they'll show up that way for you. So, yeah, he's saying, that's beautiful. He said, yeah, I'll show up for you however you wish, that feels good and feels loving and supportive to you. So, he's like, talk to me, engage with me. He's reminding me he wants to write through me. So I don't know what that's. We wrote a short story together. I don't know if it's in this link. It's called Elijah's Alchemy. I'll try to put it below. It's a very short story, but it's really beautiful and it has a kind of wonderful energy in it. And that was all basically like dictation from Jesus and Mary. So. Blessings and love to you. Let me ask him one more time. He's just excited that we're in this space. So I'm now in a space I'm not having to move for a while. So, and my channeling, my clairaudience is kind of off the charts. One of the guys that came to the house today could feel my energy outside the house. He said that to me later. It was the first time I was meeting them. There was a couple that had moved here from Colorado. So anyway, I'm very appreciative to be here. I'm appreciative for you checking out my channel and sharing it if you feel led. There's a subscribe button if you're new to the channel with a bell. And if you click that, you'll be notified. At some point, I'll have a landing page for the documentary we're doing with the elements and energy. If there's things that you'd like me to channel, just ask. I've got a ton of different crystals and stones here and they all want to talk. So maybe I'll get to all of them, maybe I won't. But I know how loved and supported you are, know how powerful it is to turn the other cheek and focus on something that feels good, and then give unconditional love to whatever, you know, you're kind of turning the other cheek from. We're all beautifully connected, beautifully loved and supported. I trust you feel that every day. Invite your guides and your angels to help you and support you. They wait for you to engage with them. Again, blessings and love. Take care.